Citizens, it's that time. You're officially in Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I'm the Wizard Uncle James. I would love for everybody to become an active citizen of the Alert Zone. You guys and girls already know how to do that. Welcome to another episode of Never Again, the docu-series that we do here on the Alert Zone TV. We just appreciate everybody that tunes in. This is a worldwide movement, and as I told you, boys and girls, and you ladies and gentlemen, we're going to expand and start going outside the borders of the United States, because I don't want to make it seem like it's just an American thing or just a foundational Black American thing. I want to spread this around the world for certain things that have happened that we all have to be on high alert about. And we always have to try and make sure these things never happen. So, got Big Ugly here with me today. Maruga, SR45, Chamberlain 45. It is clear for YouTube. I didn't even pull the trigger. I just put the safety back on. Yeah, you know the mag is ready in case anybody want to come through my house and act stupid while I'm filming. We're about to have an incident I found out about last year that was beyond gross. This is not sick. This is beyond demonic. I don't think there's a word in the English or any other language that can describe what I'm about to talk about. In this docu-series, we point out a lot of different things. But also on this channel, you know, we talk about encounters with law enforcement. And we're not anti-law enforcement. We just pro-justice. That's two totally different things. We're not against law enforcement. We're just for them doing their job the right way across the board. Period. Point blank. I shouldn't have to give that disclaimer, but I do from time to time. With that being said, we're going to talk about two sick bastards. One was a former Louisiana cop. And the other one was his wife. They was his accomplice. And let's get right into it. This is per the Daily Beast. Former cop who laced cupcakes for children with semen sentenced to 100 years. A former Louisiana police officer who fed his wife's junior high school students cupcakes laced with his own semen has been sentenced to 100 years in prison. Dennis Perkins, 47, pleaded guilty to rape, 2 counts of sexual battery of a child under the age of 13, video voyeurism, and 2 counts of child pornography, and will spend the rest of his life in prison with no chance for parole. I just want to make the statement. Jesus Christ has forgiven me, he said. I am grateful for that. I hope and pray that anybody that is affected would also find forgiveness and healing through Jesus Christ. His wife, Cynthia Perkins, was sentenced to 41 years in prison last year. I'm going to go into a few more details about this particular crime because I read this story last year, as I said. So you can understand the full gist of why we say never again and why we say you got to be careful out here about who you support. This is to the Back the Badge crowd. When I say we support law enforcement doing the right thing, this is what I mean. You can't say Back the Badge, there's only a few bad apples and this kind of stuff keeps happening. And this is not just an American problem. This is a worldwide problem with law enforcement. But we're going to stick to this story. So, the details I read last year when I discovered this was that Dennis Perkins was having sex with underage children. His wife knew about it because she would help him recruit and participate in it. The video of voyeurism, per my reading last year, they had video of this. They got him for child pornography. But we're going to talk about this worst incident. Well, I can't even say worst incident because I don't know what is worse. This semen incident. They concocted this story, this thing of she wanted to take cupcakes to her junior high students that was laced with bodily fluid. In this report I read, she gave the detail because they got her to turn on him and tell everything in exchange for 41 years. She was making cupcakes for her students, and he came in there and he came up with the idea and she backed it up. They said that they took the cupcake batter. He stood over the cupcake batter and masturbated. Hell, I'm just come straight up the middle. I'm not going to even give technical terms. He beat his dick over these cupcakes and ejaculated into these cupcakes multiple times. She then proceeded to mix these cupcakes and take them and give them to the school and had those children eat those cupcakes that were laced with semen. She watched those children eat those cupcakes. Do you know what kind of fucking person, what kind of non-living organism you have to be to do something like that? And a lot of people, when I commented, when I first saw this story, was coming for me in the comment section because I said that I felt like she got off light. She should have got what he got because she was just as guilty. Well, they try to say, well, she didn't participate in certain crimes. She knew of them. She knew what he was doing. He wasn't going behind her back and messing with these underage children. She knew. So what? She didn't lay down and participate. She knew. She helped cover it up. He's a cop. She's a teacher. And she bought cupcakes to school with semen from her husband, and she watched him masturbate. She watched him beat his dick and ejaculate into these damn cupcakes and give them to children. And then he used the Jesus Christ forgave him. Jesus Christ ain't forgive you for that. We have a lot of sick people on this earth. And a lot of them wear badges and have guns. Not just in America. I can guarantee you on every continent in this on this planet, somebody can show me one story at least of an officer or officers going around committing sex crime against children. It's not just an American thing. This is global. And these are the people we trust with protecting our lives. When I tell you self-defense starts with you, you don't know who you letting through that fucking door. Randy Cuomo, the Southside rapist, was investigating rapes that he was committing. This was a heinous story. When I started reading the details, I could not believe that. I could not believe what this guy and his wife did. This man masturbated into cupcakes, and she took it to school for children to consume. And then they had the audacity to say if he offended anybody, he hoped they find forgiveness through Jesus Christ. He know he offended people. You can do your own research. Here, when we do this docu-series, we just send you to the stories. Let me make this clear for anybody who says anything. I can't speak about other countries, but here in America, it doesn't matter how heinous a crime a law enforcement officer commits. 9 times out of 10, they don't ever put them in general population. Period, point blank. So he just may not go home at night. You don't know how many corrections officers commit sexual assaults in these correctional institutes. That's okay with him doing that. You don't know if these officers are even getting preferential treatment back there. For a lot of them, the only thing they can't do is go home at night. And if what I just said wasn't true, how come so many officers are getting caught having sex with inmates? So if officers are willing to have sex with inmates, what do you think they're willing to do for other officers back there? Some of them in state prison living it up. Derek Chauvin got stabbed up. So what? His crime was so egregious, the blue wall fell on him. And she's a teacher. And she brought those cupcakes to school for her students, knowing her husband masturbated in them and ejaculated. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. This has been another episode of Never Again, the docu-series we do here on the Alert Zone. And as we say, we just point you in the directions of the different atrocities around the world so you can go and do your research and know how to move accordingly so you too can say, never again. Hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay safe, stay armed. Me and Big Ugly is out. Stay on high alert.